Hi everyone, welcome to week 6. I wanted to go over a few things with you for module 6. We're going to be reviewing the societal impact of chronic disease, and after reading a lot of the discussion board posts up to this point, that has really come to surface. So we're really going to examine that as well in this module. We're going to also demonstrate the importance of the nurse's role in the interdisciplinary and intercollaborative efforts to reduce rehospitalizations. So this is really looking at what other professionals can we team up with to improve patient outcomes. Instead of just looking at the nurse's role, we're going to look at, well, we will look at the nurse's role, but we're going to look at the nurse's role in perspective of teaming up with others in order to improve patient outcomes and to reduce those rehospitalizations that obviously can tie into that societal impact. And then we're going to consider the concepts involving the integrative nature of acute care and community level care when examining factors that impact patient outcomes. And finally, apply concepts of health literacy, health determinants of health, and upstream thinking to promote positive patient outcomes for those with chronic disease. So again, looking at that health literacy component, if there is minimal health literacy among a population of people, then we need to come up with strategies to improve their health literacy, because as we know, health outcomes really does focus back to the health literacy of the population. So let's go into module 6 briefly. And there are a few PDFs that I would like for you to review. This is just the 30-day readmission PDF, chronic disease fact sheet, and multiple chronic conditions and information sheet about that. Here's another example of a chronic disease model. As you can see, more or less at the center is the health system, and then we move into the community as another pivotal area, and then all of these areas around the health system and the community really do play an important role. They are integrative, which means that one needs to rely on the other. And then finally, when you come down here, you look at the proactive practice, and then you have the informed activated patient and the activated community. So there are other chronic disease models out there that might bring to focus the importance of tackling chronic disease management through the interprofessional relationships, as well as improving policies, strengthening communities. So yeah, really like I said, there's many different models that you'll see out there. There isn't just one specific model. So, and then of course the discussion board is due this week. So if we go into the calendar, let's just go ahead and take a look at some due dates that are coming up. So if we come down here to module 6, we are talking about chronic disease. The only thing that's due here in module 6 is the discussion board. For next week in module 7, you have we're doing emergency preparedness. You're going to be submitting the My Population Health project, putting it all together. All right, so that's actually due at the beginning of module 7. So October 8th is when that is due. All right, I wanted to bring that to your attention because most of our assignments have been due at the end of the module, but for next module, module 7, on October the 8th, and this will be due at 11:59 p.m. Central Time, you will be turning in your My Population Health, putting it all together. This is the paper that you are doing independently, okay? This is the paper that you've been working on since Module 4, and incorporating what you've learned in 4, 5, and 6. Then in Module 8, between October 15th and October 18th, this is a course wrap-up. Your Share It presentation, which is your group presentations, will also be due at the beginning of the module. So that'll be due October the 15th. And you're going to post it in the discussion board. And there's also a peer evaluation that you're going to be turning in. That's due on October 18th. This gives you the opportunity to provide feedback about the peers that you've worked with. Your peers will not know what you had said in your evaluation of them. I keep it completely anonymous. So it's important that you turn this in as well and that you're honest, because not everybody is going to earn the same grade on the Share It presentation. Okay? If you've had a person in your group, for example, who hasn't really been checking in, maybe they haven't communicated well, if they were late meeting deadlines within your group, you need to include that on your peer evaluation. Otherwise, I won't be able to know that unless you bring that to my attention. And with that person who didn't correspond effectively, or maybe they didn't hit those deadlines within your group, or maybe they didn't turn in their portion at all, do they deserve the same grade as you? I would think probably not. So make sure that you turn in that peer evaluation. And then the course evaluation is also due October 18th. And then comments and your reflection journal is due October 18th as well. And then make sure that Castle Branch is completed by the 18th. Okay? So I hope that this helps and brings to light of the upcoming assignments that are due. But for this week, it's just a discussion board. And then October 8th is when your paper that you've been working on for the last few weeks is due. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I hope everyone has a great week. Thank you.